Right, Inter Milan unfortunately haven't won the Scudetto this season, but they do have a chance to win the Champions League this weekend. You might already know the result of the final after watching this video. This is going out the day before the final, but I thought it'd be the perfect time to take a look at their kit history and ranking every single one of their home shirts from 1990 all the way up to present day. So let's jump into it. This is my tier list. As you can see, I've got all of the kits in here and I've got my tiers. I've got GOAT at the top for the best of the best kits, and I've got Fire, Solid, Met and Awful. Let's do it. So we start in 1990 with this shirt. It's made by House Sport, which is a bit of a rogue one, and yeah, this is solid, isn't it? This is a really nice kit. Standard stripes. The sponsor's quite nice. Polo collar. I love a polo collar, as you all probably know. Also a lighter blue. I feel like this early 90s period had a lighter blue, which I was a big fan of, to be honest. But for me, this isn't anything insane. It's just nice because it's a bit older. I'll throw it in solid for now. And then from 1991 to 1994, they wore the same kit, and I tell you why. Because it's stunning. They knew they had a banger hit. They knew they just smashed it and were like, yeah, fuck it. Have it for a few seasons, lads, because we're not going to get better than this. This is probably my favourite Inter Milan shirt. It's just so nice. Like the thinner stripes, the bright blue is so nice. The little bit of gold accents, the Inter in the collar, even the sponsor works. Like this is exactly what I want to see from an Inter Milan shirt. Now I know they're supposed to be a bit darker blue and more traditionally that's the case, but for me, I love this. This is GOAT. Like, this was the easiest GOAT ever. Yeah, straight in there. Now, for 1994, it has a similar vibe, but it's just not quite the same. Like, the polo collar doesn't look as good. The sponsors aren't as good. The stripes are a little bit thicker. There is a nice Umbro thing in the base, but it's just not as good. But don't get me wrong, it's still nice. Still got those elements that I like. So I'll throw it in Fire because it is nice. Then the next season, 1995, it feels like they took the same kit but changed a few things. So they made the base the blue, the darker blue, the more traditional Inter blue, which looks nice. The collar again looks nice. But then Pirelli comes in, which is one of the most iconic sponsors in football. Like they had just an unreal stint with Inter Milan. I remember when they announced they weren't going to sponsor Inter anymore. It was sad. It was a sad day. Like it actually was a sad day. It was a bit of a shame, but this is a nice kit nonetheless. Again, I'll throw it alongside that other one in Fire. And I think Pirelli coming in just like it saves the day a little bit, you know, because sponsors make and break kits, and having such an iconic sponsor on this kit for so long, like we won't have to worry about it now for a fair few until we get to the modern era. So I'm a big fan. 1996 now, and this is a classic. Again, I like this one. I think I prefer thinner stripes on an Inter kit, especially with the retro ones. There's just something about it. This is thinner stripes. They've actually gone for centralized badges, which is always really cool. Again, nice bits of yellow popping through. There's just a nice bit of Inter type. This was a Umbro template I've seen. Like I'm pretty sure Chelsea had something very similar to this. But what makes it stand out is in the stripes there's like a little bit of text, and then behind the stripes there's a massive badge, and it just gives this kit that extra bit of dimension that I really do like. And yeah, I'm thinking GOAT. It's in between GOAT and Fire, but I'm leaning a bit towards more GOAT because it is one of my favourite Inter kits for sure. And interestingly, looking at 97 now, it's the same, but the Umbro's moved over. Like, what's going on there? It's also, is it a bit brighter? How strange is that? Like, it's almost the same kit, but the Umbro moved over. I wonder what happened there. But that just actually takes marks away from this kit. This kit is not as good with the Umbro being a little bit to the left. But it's still very similar to that last one. So what I might do is I might just knock it in between the two, because I'm like, you know what? I'm a bit disappointed with what they've done there. Sorry to interrupt the video here, but I got to ask a favour. Could you give us a subscribe? Go on. If you're enjoying it, you might as well. You might as well if you're enjoying the video. Like, just make sense. No, but seriously, I'm trying to hit 10k. I'm very close. I'm so close. I'm so excited to hit that milestone. Like, it's going to mean the world to me. It does mean the world to me. So if you can help us get there, massively appreciate it. But I'll get you back to the video. Go on. And in 1998, that's it. The Umbro era ended, which was, don't get me wrong, an unreal era. Like, look at the where they've landed on the tier list. Fucking great. But Nike come in and change the game for Inter. They've been Inter sponsor ever since 1998. Now this is the big moment where it all changed, and they made a pretty classic kit for their starting one. I think they went safe but solid with their first kit here. You know, it's simple stripes, nice little bit of golden accents, polo collar. You can't go wrong. I like the fact that the panels are black down here as well. You really can't go wrong. I'll throw this shirt in fire. In 1999, the stripes got a bit thicker. The polo collar changed, but also the badge changed. And I like this badge. It's not very classic Inter, obviously. You know, the badge they have currently and the badge they used before this. But there's something about this one. It's just a little bit different, a little bit nice. It feels quite cool. Feels a little bit modern, to be fair. And yeah, this is a nice shirt. I don't think it's anything crazy good. But it's nice. So I'll throw it in fire. I'm reluctant to put it in solid because, God, the 2010s are boring. So I'm going to throw a lot of them in solid. And to be honest, it's the same for 2000. Looking at 2000 shirt, it's the same thing, but the badge is a little bit bigger and the panel on the sleeve is just huge. Same thing. It's that fire though. I'm not like set alive with it. I might even drop it down a little bit with that one. I don't like those panels. They're really big. No, I'm being harsh. Go up. Honestly, I find these shirt tier lists so difficult just because, like, you know, you're clutching at straws to make differences and put them in different categories. So, you know, I try my absolute best to be fair as well. Over to 2001 now. And I've mentioned this year in my last couple tier lists. I've done PSG and I've done Barcelona so far. And I've done a few others. But in those last two, I mentioned this year because it's a template that absolutely has gone under the radar for me. And it's a template I adore. It's so nice. Look at this shirt, right? So the shirt is kind of made up of a few different panels. There's a base one, there's a sleeve one, and then there's like a side one, a side of the torso. And each one has its own little thing going on. Like the one underneath, it's like a light blue. There's a pattern in there. Between the two, there's this golden bit of piping that is just so nice. I love that. The fact that that matches with the badge is and the Nike tick as well. Polo collar. It's got the lot. For me, love this I love this template. It really is gone under the radar. I'm going to throw it in. Go. That's a really nice shirt. And now this is the category I was worried about. This time period now from like early 2000s to mid 2000s. We flatline a little bit. Listen, it's hard with stripes, isn't it? You don't want to go too crazy with stripes. We see experimentation later in this video. It gets wacky, it gets weird, it sometimes doesn't land. But yeah, this is why Solid was built. This shirt here, 2002, is solid. I mean, I'm probably being harsh. I'd even say it's close to fire, but I'm going to throw it in solid. As for the 03 shirt, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this for one reason. It's that the bottom panel, right at the bottom, there's just like a blue panel. It feels like it comes out of nowhere. It interrupts the kit. It's meh. You know what? It's like it's not crazy bad, but it just gets in the way and makes a good kit probably bad. 2004 is a little bit different. Total 90 template comes in. Total 90 template's always class. I'm a big fan of it. It is just cool. It's very nostalgic as well. I think, you know, football in this time period, beautiful. I've talked about it a lot on this channel. But this shirt, yeah, centralised badge. You know, the number would have been over there. The legends that would have wore this. This isn't anything insane, but it's definitely fire. Like I can't not put that in fire, especially with the intercolours on a Total 90 template. Ooh. Also, the set, right? I know, like, I'm talking about the home shirts, but the set this season, the away and the third, all in that template. Just that is such a good set to have. 05 is pretty average, to be honest. Like, I'm not really a big fan of this one. Like, it's almost like a fake T90 template with the way it kind of moves around. I think I'll throw that one in meh. 06 is interesting. Like, so the collar is like got a nice white V-neck, and then there's black and blue in the trim of it, which I don't hate. But you know what's really thrown me off here? It's the centralised stripes. So instead of the middle stripe like being centralised and them kind of coming out, it's like the line of the stripe is down the centre, and there's something about it that's throwing it off a little bit. Like, the kit looks a little bit off. So I'm going to throw this one in meh. Ooh, now we're talking. 2007 was just, this is a beauty. This is a centenary year, so this was a celebration. So they're throwing it back, of course. Throwing it back to some of the early designs of the shirts. Thinner stripes, big, bold colour. Badge has been brought back to the badge we know now. Well, they changed it again, didn't they? But a more traditional Inter badge, but then they added the years around it. Like, this is just nice, isn't it? This is just class. Centenary shirts are always class. It'd be hard to make a bad centenary shirt. Like, really, this is really good. Nike did a great job here. This is it GOAT or is it fire? I'd say in between. I think that'd be fair. But it looks like they won the Scudetto in 2008, so going into the next season, they had obviously the Scudetto badge in the centre, always nice on a kit. It's that added bit of prestige, obviously, look, we just won. But also because it's the Italian flag and on Italian kit, it just looks cool, it works, the shield. But by the looks of it, normally they plan it far in advance, but this looks like they were celebrating. They added golden elements to their shirt to celebrate the fact that they'd won the Scudetto, which is okay, but sometimes golden kit just doesn't work. I think sometimes it looks a little bit tacky. I'm never the biggest fan unless it's like black and gold. So I'll throw in solid. Like the design wise isn't bad. It's just that gold colour doesn't land for me. 2009 is a pretty solid kit. Stripes look nice. There's a nice little bit of whites in the cuffs. The badge has an Italian circle around it. I wonder if that's supposed to be a Scudetto or not. I'm not actually sure, but it looks really cool. I like it. I'll throw this in solid. This is the definition of a solid Inter Milan kit. You really can't go wrong. Also, looking at the tier list right now, it's top heavy. Inter Milan have good home shirts. That's a thing. I think Italian clubs just do, don't they? I love Italy football, man. I love it. Italy football, Italian football. In 2010, they switched it up for the first time, and they went a little bit rogue with the stripes. I say a little bit rogue. This is nothing on what happens nowadays, but I think at the time this was like, whoa, what are you doing? But this works in a way. The stripes have been made into little different triangles or squares, diamonds. We'll go with diamonds, and it looks kind of cool. I think it works. I like this. This is what is it? It's not fire. It's in between fire and solid, which is, I think that's perfect. And again, the away shirt this season with the dragon. Come on. I'll have to do some away shirt videos, I love doing the home shirts, and it makes sense to do the home shirts first. But I feel like away shirts, there's a lot more to talk about, so I might have to do some away shirt videos soon enough. Let me know what clubs you want to see away shirts for. 2011, we got another classic, really thin stripes, polo collar, nice cuffs. It just hits every little note for me. I'll throw that one in fire as well because I like it. 2012, bog standard. Nothing wrong with it. It's big, thick stripes. The badges sit within the stripes. Nothing wrong, nothing amazing. We'll throw that bad boy in solid. My screen ain't helping me out very much here, but 2013, this ain't look blue, does it? This ain't blue. What's going on here? This is not a blue shirt. If this is blue, this is the darkest, greyest blue you can find, which is not what you want on an Inter Milan shirt. Surely the Inter fans were annoyed here. You'll have to let me know if you're watching Inter fans. What's going on here? It's kind of cool. I don't know if there was a meaning behind the fact that it's a bit darker, but either way, it's not very Inter. It looks like a cool shirt, so I'll still throw it in there. It's not awful, but loses points on that. And let me just contradict myself real quick because 2014, this is gorgeous. I love this shirt. I love it, and I bet Inter Milan fans don't like it. I bet you don't because it's not stripes, is it? It's pinstripes. It's different. But it's gorgeous. Black shirts with colourful pinstripes for me are just so good. With the blue as well, the blue popping through, this is so good. This would have made a great third shirt for Inter. It would have. But obviously it's not. They've classed it as a home shirt. It's good. It's fire for me. Yeah. I stumbled over all of the words then. 2015, again, solid, nothing too crazy. Thin stripes, polo collar. They loved the polo collar, didn't they? Which is, I'm a big fan, but I'll throw that in solid. 2016, a bit of a darker kit here, so the blue is dark. There's really a lot of black on the kit, so all the sleeves and down the side is black. And there's also a circular pattern, expanding out of the collar almost. Decent, yeah, nothing too crazy. I think the design is out there, but it works. I'll throw it in solid. Ooh, no. 2017, not a vibe. They've fucked with the stripes in a way that just doesn't work. Apparently, the different stripes are different whips to be inspired by the Milan skyline, which I don't really see. I don't know about that one, lads. And yeah, this just looks off balance, wrong. It looks like a fake kit almost. We have our first awful. We needed one, didn't we? We needed one. 2018, they fixed it up though. They brought back the normal stripes, but they added a gradient in the bottom that is a scaly pattern. Now, obviously, Inter Milan are famous for Il Boscone, which is the grass snake. It's a symbol of Milan. It's a symbol that Inter Milan have took as one of their own. They used to have it as their badge. It's a whole thing. Love it. That's why you see a lot of like dragons and snakes involved with their iconography. So cool. Added it really subtly here into the base. Like if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't say, oh, that's definitely a snake pattern. But then when you do know, you're like, nice. Yeah, good work. With that added meaning, it goes in fire. Like, it's probably a solid design, but with meaning, a fire kit. Oh god, 2019, man. 2019, they tried something different, which I'll always commend. I'll always say, yeah, well done, you know, you're trying, but this one didn't land. So where the sponsor is, they just shifted everything and tilted it a little bit, and doesn't work. It looks again a bit jumbled up, a bit too thing. I'll throw it in there because it's not like disgusting. I don't go ugh, but yeah. 2020 they switched it up again with the stripes. I think, you know, you go into the modern era, this is what they do. They just get bored of the stripes. They try and do something different. That's where they've landed on this one with zigzags. Can I blame them? It looks alright. The zigzags work, kind of. It's a lot maybe. You know what? I feel like how I'd fix this kit is I wouldn't have the zigzags on the sleeves. I'd maybe have the sleeves as just black or just blue. Kind of frame the zigzags in the torso. Maybe something like that. So it's just not as jarring and not as crazy. But for me, it's not doing anything awful, is it? I'll throw it in solid. It's a little bit different, but you know, different's fine. Talking about different, my lord, the 2021 shirt went out there, didn't it? So they created the stripes with an all-over snake pattern. Like I just said in a minute ago, snakes are important for Inter. They went all in on this. They went all in. The badge changed. Well, this is the first time we saw a badge change. It was nice and golden in this one, but they simplified the badge. The sponsor's awful. An Inter fan token. Like, what the fuck are you doing there, lads? Grow up. But let's talk about the design. I like it. It's fucking cool, man. Again, probably one to do for a third or a fourth shirt, but it's cool. They've gone for iconography that means a lot to the city of Milan, but also the fans. They've still kept the stripes in there, but it's in an abstract way. It's cool. It gets marked down for the shitty collar and the shitty sponsor, but I'll throw it in solid. Which feels reasonable. 2022 I weren't a big fan of just because of the template that Nike had this year. It almost looked like a turtleneck collar with a weird semicircle, so I'll throw that down in maybe easy and get it done with. Similar with the 23 as well, like they went with a slightly glitched stripe down the centre, but no. This current season they went out there even more, so they went with like a 2/3 stripes, 1/3 diagonal stripes. I'm not sure what the meaning was. Now look, if I'm going to look into the meaning, the diagonal stripes looks like the San Siro, which is a cool idea. Don't know if that's what they've done here, if they even attended that, but it is just a bit too much, this kit, isn't it? I think there's just a bit too much going on for my liking, so I'll throw it in meh. Yeah, it's meh. It's not good. And as a bonus, we'll look ahead to the next season shirt because it's been leaked. It's been leaked for a while. We're pretty sure this is what it's going to look like. And this just epitomises Nike's decline. What on earth is this? What the fuck is this, man? Like, so I'll tell you what it is. They've took this design of the word Inter, which they kind of distorted, stretched it out in the kit and made that the stripes. Again, creativity, something new, something different, but it just looks so off. It looks so wrong. There's something about it that just isn't right. I like the light blue, by the way. I like having the light blue badges. There's something about that that's good, but the design of this shirt is just bad, and it poor Inter fans that they've got to deal with this for next season. Sorry, lads. We're throwing in it awful. So that's it there. That's the tier list. To be honest, it's top heavy still. Obviously, the modern era came in and started adding some ones in the lower categories, but that is Inter Milan's home shirts ranked from 1990 to 2025. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If some of these should be higher or lower, let me know in the comments. You know, let's get the conversation rolling. Let me know what other clubs you'd like me to see do this for. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.